It's our top story tonight. Joe Mavericks live in the newsroom with all the highlights, Joe.
Well, Amy, it was a make-or-break game in the series for the Blazers. They turned an ugly game into an amazing game in a matter of about 13 minutes. Blazers entered the contest needing a win to even the series. They were down 23 late in the third quarter. LaMarcus Aldridge played all but 1 minute, had 18 big points. The Blazers stormed from behind. Brandon Roy took control of the fourth quarter. Couldn't be stopped. Tied the game on a 4-point play with minutes to go. He hit 15 points in the quarter. 24 in the game, including the last two. A game-winning shot with 49 seconds to go. 84-82 was the final.
You know, it still just doesn't feel real yet. You know, it was just an unbelievable game and the comeback. And, you know, with everything I've been through this season, it just all kind of came to that moment, you know, right there in the court when guys just grabbing me and just, you know, cheering me on. It was real special.
It certainly was in Game 5 now Monday in Dallas, and you can see it right here on News Channel 8. We'll have a whole lot more in sports, including a radio call from Brian Wheeler and the TV call from Mike Barrett. How can it get more exciting? As we mentioned earlier in the news, the Blazers with a comeback to the ages to even this best of 7 playoff series in Dallas at 2 games apiece. This was the 8th time these two teams have played this season, with the home team winning all of them. But the Blazers struggled badly early. Andre Miller kept the Blazers close, finishing with 14 points. Dallas looked much better in the first half. They weren't able to grab the lead though. Dirk Nowitzki hit Tyson Chandler for the slam. Mavs up just 37-35 at halftime. Dirk finished with 20 points. The Mavericks blasted the Blazers for a 23-point lead in the third quarter. But then the tide turned. The Blazers scored the last 5 points of the quarter, including the 3 by Brandon Roy that sat on the rim before falling. Heading to the fourth, the Blazers were down 18. The comeback was on. Jarrett Ross on the drive to get things going. All of a sudden, the Blazers were making shots and riding away from momentum. LaMarcus Aldridge hit 6 in the quarter and 18 in the game. And then Brandon Roy took over. He had 18 points in the final quarter, 24 in the game. He was driving to the basket. He was hitting jumpers. And with the Blazers down 4 with just over a minute to go, we'll pick up the Blazers radio announcer, Brian Wheeler.
1:12 on the clock running. Roy had it poked away, got it back from Nowitzki. Now against Barry. Now he pulls up with a 3. Barry called him! A chance to tie the game!
Roy made the free throw for a 4-point play to tie the game at 82. And then after a Dallas miss, the Blazers get it back.
Roy has it now against Barry. An all-NBA defender bringing it past him. Jumper in the lane. Breaks it in!
The Blazers have the lead by 2, but Dallas gets one last chance.
They got 3 seconds. Goes ahead and Terry. Get on the win. A 3 for the win. That's the game. Somebody's got to pitch me. I must be dreaming.
I mean, we were making that comeback, and I never, you know, thought we were gonna, you know, win the game. I was just pushing, trying to put some pressure on, keep putting pressure on, and see if we can give ourselves a chance. And you know, we just kept getting stops, and balls were going our way, and it was just an incredible game to be a part of.
Roy to the middle for the lead. Yes!
We all here in Portland know what he's capable of doing, and you know, tonight was, you know, Brandon Roy Gold. I mean, he took the game on his shoulders and just carried the team, willed the team to a win.
This is unbelievable.
They won their 2 at home, we won our 2 at home, and our confidence is high, and now we got to go steal them on the road.
And speaking of the road, Michael Berkeley is tomorrow morning for Texas. He'll cover Game 5 on Monday in Dallas. It's an early start, 5:30 Portland time. You can see it right here on News Channel 8. Game 6 will be Thursday at the Rose Garden. Michael will cover practice tomorrow in Dallas. He'll have a live report during our 5 o'clock.
On the Trailblazers Radio Network.
Blazers 84, Mavericks 82. Yes, if you started taking a nap when the Blazers were down 23, you must think that you're still dreaming, but it happened. The Blazers coming from 23 down on 2 occasions late in the third quarter, outscoring the Mavericks by 18. Greatest fourth-quarter playoff comeback in Trailblazers history. We believe it is the greatest comeback in Trailblazers playoff history as they win Game 4 to square this series at 2 games apiece.
It was a great day to be a Portland Trailblazers, and I'm thankful that I've got to experience a lot of them. And we're going to recount some of the greatest ones in history, but I tell you, John, this is right up there in, I would say, at least the top 5, but there's been some very special ones. But today, oh my goodness sakes, what Brandon Roy did today, he found his heart. Because you know what made him such a great player, what made him such a great finisher, is because he always played with such a huge heart. And he'd kind of lost that recently, and today it was all about the heart. They missed 17 shots in a row. We were all pessimistic.
All I kept thinking is I got to come here and do the 5th quarter with you guys.
It's going to be a morgue. I thought it was going to be a morgue.
Come on, I'm going to go home. You guys can do this. And I couldn't believe it. And watching everybody in press row, these guys like Kenny, you've seen everything the Blazers have done in historical value, just dumbfounded with what was going on. It was great, and the fans were great. So I had a great time with this game.
It was one of those nights where it was like, kind of like our afternoons, where it was kind of like, they can't get all the way back, can they? Well, they can't get all the way back. They got all the way back.
Everyone's high-fiving. No one wanted to leave the Rose Garden. They're all standing around going, I don't want to go home.
And a lot of them weren't leaving. The ones that were leaving, you know, it was easy to drive over here to the studios because everybody was staying at the Rose Garden, and the people who weren't were walking across the bridges into downtown chanting, and as you say, high-fiving with everybody that went by. Absolutely incredible night.
Here's Roy dancing his way left. Now against Kidd, backing him down, 10 to shoot. Roy across the lane, a jump hook, got it! Timeout Dallas! And Rick Carlisle is staggered, stunned, and stupefied. 8:27 remaining, 4th period of Game 4. Do you believe in miracles? Chance to tie the game. 1:06 remaining. What a silly fall. And Roy, this time left no doubt. A three-pointer and a chance to tie the game as Marion undercut him.
From the 137 mark of the second quarter to the 131 mark of the third quarter, so over an entire quarter without a field goal. That's how unlikely it was today.
Missing 17 in a row, their first 15 in the third.
Easy forever.
Jim in McMinnville, the caller before the break, talked about how he's 50 years old and he had to admit he had tears in his eyes. I have to admit, standing up there, I had tears in my eyes. And the reason I did, and I'm man enough to say it, the reason I did is because I was watching Brandon Roy. And I tell you, when the buzzer went off, if you notice, Brandon put his jersey up to his eyes and rubbed his eyes. I think he had tears in his eyes. I'm happy as heck for that guy.
Now the Blazers call time. Kidd overshot the rim. He didn't even draw iron. Front from 3, missed it. Rebound Kidd, 3 seconds. Goes ahead to Terry. Get on him, Brandon. A 3 for the win. Missed it. Game over.
Thank Wheels. He's the one who brought it to you.
Well, the great thing about what his story right there is, this is going to be one of those games where everybody's going to say, I remember where I was when. And as the three of us were walking out of the Rose Garden, we saw a ton of fans that were taking pictures of each other and as if to, you know,
I was really there.
Remember, this was where I was the day that happened. Wheels has always said the guy upstairs is definitely a Blazer fan. Today proves it.
Brandon backing it up, but only 2:35 remain. Roy gets past Kidd, down the lane, flips it up, and in with the left hand. Timeout Dallas. 2:32 remaining, 4th quarter. Oh, my.